Scary and extreme weather will be inevitable if the jet stream keeps moving. Alan Woodward, Business Insider on Science Alert, reports the polar jet stream circles the northern hemisphere. It swirls up to 9 miles above our heads like a curvy, ethereal crown on our planet. This band of strong wind separates cold air from the Arctic from warmer air to the south and is responsible for transporting weather from west to east across the US, over the Atlantic and into Europe, and it controls how wet and warm these regions are. But according to a recent study, the jet stream is shifting north as global temperatures rise. That's because the delicate balance of warm and cold air that keeps the stream in place is getting disturbed. If greenhouse gas emissions continue unabated, the study found, the jet stream will break out of its normal range by the year 2060. The onset of the jet stream's northward migration may have already begun. This is what Matthew Osmond said. He's a researcher at the University of Arizona's Climate Systems Center and co-author of the study. That would wreak havoc on weather in the northern hemisphere, bringing more extreme events like droughts and heat waves to southern Europe and the eastern US. More rain and flooding are expected in northern parts of Europe and Scandinavia, Osmond said. The migrating jet stream. The North Atlantic jet stream exists and is held in place thanks to the clash between warm air zooming north from the tropics and cold air in the Arctic. Once these air masses meet, they move east at 110 miles per hour, or 161 kilometers per hour, driven by the Earth's rotation. But rising air temperatures mess with that hustle and flow. Please support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. The Arctic is warming twice as fast on average as the rest of the planet, so that warm air travels farther north before it finds cold air, which leads the jet stream's position to migrate towards higher latitudes. Osmond noted that the jet stream is capricious. The band's location is constantly shifting as the temperature differential that causes it fluctuates, but his study took the long view, examining the stream's location over the past 1,250 years. To reconstruct that past behavior, the researchers looked at ice core samples from 50 sites on the Greenland ice sheet that date back to the 8th century AD. The cores revealed how much snow had fallen and when, and then using climate models, the team simulated where the jet stream might move over the next 4 decades if greenhouse gas emissions continue at this present rate. The results showed that the wind band's current movements threatens to exceed any previous shift. It's expected to significantly deviate from the norm, with potentially devastating consequences. Osmond said, by pushing the jet stream outside its already large natural range, we could be exposing ourselves to increasingly severe climate risks in the future. More droughts and flooding could be coming. Osmond's study suggests that the jet stream's migration will likely cause the U.S. East Coast to warm more quickly than it already is, and both North America and Europe will experience more droughts and heat waves. Osmond said Europe, on the downstream end of North Atlantic jet, will feel these effects more acutely, and in particular, semi-arid regions of southern Europe could become more arid. And I live in Greece, and we don't have rain yet, and usually we're already in October. Usually in September we have thunderstorms just about 2 or 3 times, and when we have one day of thundering shower storms, that's an equivalent of a month's water supply of Athens, which has half the population of the country, because we have reservoirs to maintain our natural water. Now, parts of Northern Europe that already have a wetter, milder climate, like Scandinavia, could become even wetter. That additional rainfall would prompt more floods like the ones that plagued Europe this summer. changes in the jet stream could affect polar vortices as well. Some scientists think that warming will also make the jet stream wavier than it already is. The jet stream's path is meandering and sinusoidal because not all warm air moves north at the same rate, nor does all polar air travel south uniformly, hence the many waves in the wind band. But a study published last month suggests that melting Arctic sea ice could increase the intensity and size of those deviating bulges. When the sea ice melts, more heat and moisture move from the Earth's surface up towards space. That acts like a rock throwing into the pond of the atmosphere. It creates strong ripples above the Arctic that deform the jet stream, and this creates wiggles that push extraordinarily cold air towards the equator. So a more wobbly jet stream consequently increases the chances of intense winter storms and cold snaps in the US. Examples of this extreme winter weather include the polar vortex event that struck the US in 2019 and the winter storm that left millions of Texans without power in February. Osmond said if the jet stream's waviness increases in the future, this might imply that extreme events such as the polar vortex could also become more frequent. This was published originally in Business Insider. It's on Science Alert. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support.